Fortnite. Now, whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore the fact that it sells PCs. For all you flippers out there, I'm sure you already know if you put the word Fortnite in the title, your description of your sale for your PC, you know you're going to get a ton more views and comments. A short while back, performance mode was introduced. Now what this does, it trades out some of the graphical settings for performance, so you get higher FPS and you get a more stable FPS too. So let's dive in, we'll run some tests and we'll see what this means for us PC flippers. I'm Kyle and this is PC Flipping. As you progress along your PC flipping journey, you're sometimes left with a lot of components, in this case graphics cards, which aren't really viable to put in builds. They're not quite strong enough, not quite fast enough. I mean, there's just like a small selection of ones that I could find that I know would not even be able to hit 60 FPS of Fortnite. Now, if performance mode really does double the frame rate, I think that's what a lot of people are claiming here. These are going to be extremely viable. It's going to open up a whole lot of options. Right now, I couldn't really sell these in a build to play Fortnite, but in theory I could chuck one of these in, maybe sell it slightly cheaper. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna play Fortnite. Someone's still gonna have a good experience playing it. Graphics aren't gonna be there, but in my opinion, that doesn't really matter. I think as long as the frame rate's good, as long as the gameplay's good, then I'm happy. Could also use like a lower power processor, less RAM, only a little bit less RAM. I think they stated 6 gigs is now the minimum using performance mode. I would normally try and hit for 8 gigs for Fortnite, but we'll just kind of see what happens. So I'm going to be putting 2 of my weakest and cheapest graphics cards to the test. First up, we have seen it before, is my trusty GT 430. I was donated a Dell gaming PC a few years back, and this came with it. I haven't really had any use for it apart from benchmarking and kind of diagnosing builds. I actually gave this a repaste last year, so it doesn't need to be repasted, but I'm just going to give it a quick blast with the compressed air. Nice. Next up is the Radeon HD 6870, 1GB version. I've never actually owned one of these before. I picked this up with a ton of other components last year. I think this one would have worked out being, I want to say it's around £6. It looks like it's never been cleaned. It's quite an old card. So yeah, I'm going to crack it open, clean it up and repaste it.
And we'll be where we wanna. When you're next to me, I can't pretend. You've got me feeling like you're where I wanna be. Please don't let me go, I need you right here by my side. So won't you run away with me tonight? You could be the one that I've been wanting all my life. Cause when you're looking at me with those eyes, I don't wanna leave, I need you, we could be the light. So won't you run away with me tonight? I could be the one that you've been wanting all your life. Cause I know that I'm ready to go down to the brighter side. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la.
So as you can see from the results, performance mode does indeed grant around 100% increase in performance. I did also test the GT 430 at 900p and 1080p, but came slightly short of the 60 FPS average, so I didn't think it was worth putting up really. But to be fair, there wasn't much difference in 720p and 1080p visually on performance mode anyway. If you wanted to squeeze some extra frames out of Fortnite, I'd recommend turning it on, but I don't think I'll be using it as a selling point when flipping PCs. I'll probably just let the buyer know that performance mode is there in the settings if they wanted to get a higher frame rate. Before we close off, if you wanted to get involved in the up-and-coming rig review, please get in touch via Instagram, Twitter, Facebook or Discord. All links are in the description below. Hey, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You know, it helps me out massively. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, cheers for watching, and catch you next time.